Curious thing. Did you know that rates of depression started to accelerate in 2008? And I was curious as to why. And it wasn't the global financial crisis, it's to do with the two hemispheres of our brain. So for many years, people thought that the left hemisphere meant you were more sort of mathematical than the right hemisphere, you were more creative. And it turns out that's complete baloney. The truth of the matter is because of a book called The Master is Emissary and Advances in Neuroscience, what we're starting to understand is the left side of the brain focuses on detail and the right side broadly on sort of the big picture thing. Now, what's happened as a consequence of technology is our brains have been particularly immersed in the detail side of the world. So that right side, the side that looks at things like where am I in life? Am I happy? Is this truly what I want to be doing? That's not really getting the work out at all with profound consequences. So let me give you an example. Dating. Right, dating pre-technology was a fairly complex task, right? So trying to, meeting someone, having the courage to talk to them, going out for a first date. There's a lot of left and right brain activity there, particularly right brain, that intuitive side of yourself. Is this the person for me? How's this going? All of that kind of stuff. It's complex, right? But that's how you build a sense of who you were. And this is how we build a sense of happiness and contentment and all that kind of stuff. Relationships are profoundly important to our wiring and to our overall health. This is something that's been literally DNA'd into us since we were born. It's a survival mechanism. The challenge today is that dating is now done on an app and we just swipe left, and it's like all of the detail and all of the hard stuff is done by an algorithm. What that means then is that right side of the brain in particular that's processing lots of complexity and thinking the deep thoughts, it's not getting exercised at all. And when we keep doing that day in, day out, day in, day out, exercising the left side of the brain, hardly exercising the right side of the brain, thinking about the why questions of life, why are we here? What's it all about? All of those kind of important questions, we actually lose our sense of meaning, which is why I hear a lot of people, particularly in their sort of 20s onwards, talking about living in the matrix. And it's because you feel like you are. You're in this matrix of detail over and over and over again, but you've got no sense of what does this mean in the grand scheme of my life. So that's why rates of depression have started to increase. That we are eliminating a sense of meaning in our lives. And that has had a profound consequence for the last however many years. So I wanted to share that with you. I'm curious to see what your experience has been, because this getting stuck in the weeds of things has become this relentless, mechanized machine that we find ourselves caught up in a hamster wheel each and every day, constantly in the detail, literally from the minute we wake up and we've got WhatsApp messages and emails and in direct messages and all of that kind of stuff till the minute we go to sleep. So we don't get the time to sit back and think about, is our life, the way we want it to be? Am I happy? Is my life meaningful? And as a consequence of not being able to answer those questions, we're becoming increasingly unhappy. So I thought I would share that with you. It's brain science, but actually, it's also to do with a simple understanding of what a full life looks like. And it has to have all of the colors of the rainbow. If you found that interesting, or more importantly, you've got a sort of perspective on that, let me know. I'm curious to see what you think. Take care.